This is Mr. Roberone here again, and in this video we're going to be talking about the complexities of the meter in this game, specifically relating to where you place your SPG. So where you go into your fancy buffed state where you have access to basically a drive impact, but also another big buff that you get is essentially discounts on your EX cancels, so your rev accels, as they are technically called. Now, basically, the higher it is to the top of your life bar, like we have on left rock here, you're not going to get really any discount on your accels. But when you are a really low down to the bottom of your life, you're going to get quite a substantial discount. So let's just show that with a simple example here. If I do 5 EX moves in a row as SPG at the start of my life bar, it'll cost me 70% of my rev gauge. But if this rock on the right that isn't in his SPG state does the same thing, it costs also 70%. But if Mr. Low SPG rock does the same thing, it only costs him like 48%. So there is a significant decrease in the cost it takes to do rev cancel into cancel into cancel into cancel when you are in the lower field of your SPG, which is a pretty big difference. Now, this difference in cost is not completely consistent through the different spendings of your rev cancels. Unfortunately, the number of you do, for him it does 40%, but then if you do get a little bit lower, it becomes a little less. For lower SPG rock, it only costs 27. So it varies a lot, but as I flash up this ugly table onto the screen, you can get an idea. And basically, the middle of the health bar version of SPG is just kind of an average of the two. It's slightly closer to the first position than it is in the late position, but it's still, close to the middle. And then the last buff that you get from having your SPG lower to the end of your health bar is that your meter does come back slightly faster. So the total duration of your first placement SPG is about 30 seconds if you just stand still and wait for it to go down. Whereas if you have it at, the very end of your health bar, it takes about 25 seconds. It's not a huge difference, especially when you factor into the account that you're going to be, doing stuff. It's not going to make such of a difference, but I thought it was just interesting to point out because it will affect, your decision of where you like to place it. Because I know a lot of people like to have it first, so that, they have access to that drive impact early on, since they're kind of scared of the drive impact later on, because, you still take damage when you armor through things, and that's kind of not what you want when you're at low life. But when you're at low life, when you have that low life SPG, you get such a discount on your specials that you can just go crazy, 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 and kind of use that as your buff instead of the drive impact. But to each their own. Hope this was helpful, and you can screenshot this graph if you like. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.